together in many dimensions on the fabulous loom of your brain. Your brain.
Okay, everybody, without further ado, this is a series that needs to be implemented and understood before I can really get into the rest of what I'm going to be presenting on my channel in the near future. So let's get into it right away. The principles of truth are 7. For they who know and hold the magic keys, before whose touch opens all the gates of the temple. The first cosmic principle is the principle of mentalism. The universe is mental. It's all about your state of mind. This explains that all which is the sustainable reality underlying all outward manifestations and appearances which we know under the terms of the physical universe, life, matter, energy, and all that is apparent to our mental senses, and that spirit and soul which in and of itself are unknowable without the integration of the lower senses with the higher. It also explains that the phenomenal world or universe is simply a mental creation of all which is subject to the laws of created things, and that the universe as a whole in its parts or units has existed within the mind of all, which is the mind we live in, move, and have our being. So this principle, by establishing the mental nature of the universe, explains all the varied spiritual and mental and psychic and metaphysical phenomenon that occupies such a large portion of all these things, to which without such explanations people aren't going to understand right away what all of this means. So understanding, understanding, and overstanding how mentalism empowers the individual is to grasp the laws of the mental universe and apply the same things in action to our well-being and advancement. We can apply intelligently these laws by taking control and realize that whatever energy or frequency our mind is in tune with, knowing then that thought and emotion is nothing more than a radar, and from this place reality is created.
Do you control your mind?
And this is what's been manipulated. This is why they do mind control. Because they know it's all a state of mind. They know if they capture your mind and they get in there with their sub-programs and all the bullshit that they brainwash us with, that they can manifest the reality that they wish through us. It is time to take your power back. It is time to take your mind back. Instead of using them in a haphazard manner or falling victim to the programming by knowing the difference in how your mind actually works. Because these things were not taught to us. We were not actually taught how the mind actually works. You weren't taught how to think and utilize your emotion and intuition. You were taught what to think. And you were conditioned. And giving yourself to this knowing is vital for your well-being and progression. With the master keys in our possession, we can unlock all the doors of our mental and psychic temple in proper knowledge with wisdom via the intelligence of the awakened heart. And that's within the vortex of the heart center. For the true intelligence of the mind is found in that place. And when you tune the thought and emotion in alignment with the vortex of the intelligence of the heart center, you bring it back into alignment. For knowledge without wisdom is useless. Proper knowledge and wisdom is powerful. And with this we can enter freely with true intelligence. This first principle explains the nature of energy, of power and matter. And without implementing and integrating and understanding and understanding this first law, you are not going to be able to operate in the other 6 laws.
So relax, hold tight and take it slow, and ask yourself one time, what do y'all know? Ease
Ease up, relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself for the standing.
You are not going to be able to operate in the other 6 laws, let alone be able to go through the 7 stages I'm going to be presenting as well. This is going to be a major bomb for everybody to be able to grab a hold of for the times that we are in right now. And you will come to understand why everything else is subject to this first law, for they who grasp the truth of the mental nature of the universe are well advanced on the path to mastery. Yet, without this master key, mastery is impossible. We just end up knocking on the door in vain within the halls of the temple. And once you've gotten this law, I mean really grabbed a hold of it, okay, and gone in and recognized the patterning, the conditioning, the programming, and all the things that have riddled themselves within thought and emotion, within your own being, and see the feedback loops that you are on when it comes to fear, when it comes to doubt, when it comes to unbelief, which is not knowing, then you will be able to move on into integrating the rest of the laws. And I will continue to share the laws with you, and they will be there for you in reference when you're ready to go to the next step.
Ease up, relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself one time, what do I know? Ease up, relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself, overstanding. Ease up, relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself one time, what do I know? Ease up, relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself.
Most people, when they think of the mind, they think of the brain. That's basically what we've been told, is that consciousness is an epiphenomenon. It's a byproduct of material interactions and chemical interactions within the brain. And they do recognize, that there's electrical activity in there and things like that, but basically it's like we're a bunch of robots and we're operating off of genetic programming and outside stimuli to generate our consciousness. But the thing is that there are a lot of examples that poke enormous holes in that idea, and this is where the whole concept of reality starts to break down. And I think that's one of the reasons why this stuff has been so suppressed, is because the powers that be realize that if we know who we are at a more fundamental level, and that our consciousness is not just something that sits in our heads, but that we're an integral part of a conscious reality, that would completely break down the system of control that they have established.
Relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself one time, what do y'all know? Ease up, relax, hold tight, and take it slow, and ask yourself, overstanding.
You asking for the time, there is no better time. Do you control your mind? Can you control your time, or is it hard for you to see?